What if I told you that in a world where the biggest luxury brands compete for attention, where Hollywood stars, supermodels, and global celebrities all fight to become the face everyone remembers, one man managed to outshine almost all of them simply by showing up? No dramatic performance, no red carpet speech, no extravagant publicity stunt, just one appearance. And suddenly, millions of people around the world couldn't stop talking about him. That man is BTS's Jin. And his newest achievement is proving something fans have believed for years. That Jin isn't just attending Fashion Week anymore. He's becoming one of the biggest moments of Fashion Week itself. Recently, one of Korea's most respected fashion magazines, KOREAga, revealed something that immediately caught the attention of both the fashion industry and fans around the world. The magazine announced the top 5 most reacted moments from the world's 4 major fashion weeks. These aren't awards handed out by judges. They're not rankings chosen by editors behind closed doors. They're based on real public engagement. The moments that generated the highest number of views, likes, comments, and discussions across KOREAga's official Fashion Week content. In other words, these were the moments that people simply couldn't ignore. Every swipe, every double tap, every excited comment, every replay. Together, they told one story. Which appearances truly captured the world's attention? Among thousands of celebrities who attended fashion shows in New York, London, Milan, and Paris, among Oscar-winning actors, world-famous models, luxury ambassadors, global influencers, one name proudly stood in the top 5, Jin. And here's the part that makes this achievement even more remarkable. He was the only male idol included on the list. Take a moment to think about how extraordinary that really is. Fashion Week isn't just another celebrity event. It's where the world's most influential luxury houses unveil collections they've spent months or even years creating. Every runway presentation is carefully planned. Every invitation is exclusive. Every guest is selected because they represent influence, elegance, or cultural relevance. For just a few weeks every year, the eyes of the fashion world turn toward 4 legendary cities: New York, London, Milan, Paris. These are known as the 4 capitals of global fashion. Designers hope their collections become unforgettable. Celebrities hope photographers capture their best angles. Luxury brands hope social media explodes with conversations about their shows. Competition for attention is absolutely relentless. Yet somehow, Jin became one of the biggest talking points among all of it. That alone says something remarkable about his global presence. The top 5 featured internationally recognized stars, including Blackpink's Jennie, actor Byung Woo-seok, and other highly influential figures who have become favorites of luxury fashion houses. Every person on that list has enormous popularity. Every one of them commands headlines. Yet Jin stood proudly among them, not because people were simply curious, but because they genuinely couldn't stop talking about him. This is where Jin's influence becomes fascinating. Many celebrities attend Fashion Week. They smile for cameras, they sit in the front row, they post a few photos. Then the internet moves on. Jin's appearances don't seem to follow that pattern. Instead, his arrival often becomes an event of its own. The moment photos appear online, fan communities begin sharing them across every platform. Fashion pages repost them. News outlets publish articles. Luxury enthusiasts analyze every detail of his outfit. Even people who weren't originally following the event suddenly become interested. That's the difference between attending Fashion Week and becoming one of its defining moments. What's even more impressive is that this isn't some unexpected one-time success. It's part of a pattern that has been growing stronger year after year. Let's go back to one of Jin's most unforgettable appearances, the Gucci 25 Spring-Summer Fashion Show during Milan Fashion Week. Excitement was already building before Jin even arrived. Fans gathered outside hoping to catch a glimpse of him. Photographers prepared their cameras. Social media users eagerly waited for the first photos. And then, Jin appeared. Almost instantly, the internet exploded. French fashion and culture magazine Paris Select Book later described his appearance as causing a stir throughout Milan Fashion Week. That description was an exaggeration. The data proved it. During the event, Jin became the most mentioned global celebrity across social media. Not the most mentioned singer, not the most mentioned Korean artist, the most mentioned celebrity. period. Imagine attending one of the most glamorous fashion events in the world, filled with movie stars, international models, fashion icons, and somehow becoming the person everyone is discussing. That's an extraordinary level of influence. But the story becomes even more interesting. The luxury brand Jin represents as a global ambassador, Gucci, also became the most mentioned designer during that same fashion week. Think about the significance of that. When people discussed Jin, they also discussed Gucci. When they searched for his outfit, they searched for Gucci. When they shared photos of his appearance, the Gucci name traveled with them. That's the kind of impact luxury brands dream of when choosing ambassadors. An ambassador isn't simply someone who wears beautiful clothes. They're someone who inspires millions of people to care about those clothes. Jin has repeatedly demonstrated exactly that. What's perhaps even more incredible, he didn't stop there. Fast forward to the 2026 Spring-Summer Milan Fashion Week. Different season, different collections, different guests, different headlines. But somehow, the outcome looked surprisingly familiar. Once again, Jin ranked as the most mentioned global celebrity throughout Milan Fashion Week on social media. Read that again. He didn't just create one unforgettable fashion week, he recreated that success. In an industry where attention changes almost every hour, maintaining that level of relevance is unbelievably difficult. Fashion moves incredibly fast. Today's trend becomes yesterday's news. New celebrities appear every season. Luxury houses constantly search for fresh faces. Yet Jin continues proving that his influence isn't temporary. It's consistent. That's one of the qualities that separates genuine global icons from viral moments. Anyone can go viral once. Very few people can command worldwide attention again. And again. And again. International media quickly noticed. American entertainment outlet Soap Central recognized Jin as one of the best-dressed celebrities. Another respected U.S. publication, Socialite Life, also praised his appearance, celebrating the sophistication and confidence he naturally brings to luxury fashion. Interestingly, journalists rarely focus only on what Jin is wearing. Instead, they often mention how he wears it. There's a reason for that. Luxury fashion can sometimes feel distant, exclusive, even intimidating. Yet when Jin steps into a designer outfit, many people describe the look as elegant without appearing forced, refined without looking uncomfortable, luxurious without feeling excessive. He doesn't seem like someone trying to become fashionable, he simply looks comfortable being himself. And perhaps that's exactly why people connect with him. His calm confidence becomes part of every outfit. His warm smile softens even the most formal tailoring. His relaxed personality balances the sophistication of luxury fashion. It's almost as if the clothes become an extension of Jin, rather than Jin becoming an extension of the clothes. That distinction matters. Because true fashion icons don't allow brands to define them. They bring their own identity wherever they go. Jin has quietly become one of those rare celebrities. It's also remarkable to think about how much his role has evolved over the years. At first, many people knew him primarily as BTS's worldwide handsome. Then they discovered his extraordinary vocals, his emotional performances, his humor, his kindness, his solo music, his ability to comfort fans. Now another chapter has emerged, Jin, the fashion icon. And unlike many celebrities who carefully chase fashion recognition, Jin's reputation seems to have developed naturally. He isn't constantly trying to shock audiences. He doesn't rely on outrageous outfits designed purely to create headlines. Instead, he embraces timeless elegance, classic tailoring, clean silhouettes, subtle confidence. Ironically, that quiet sophistication often creates even louder reactions. Because in a world filled with noise, authenticity becomes unforgettable. Perhaps that's why every Fashion Week appearance creates such enormous anticipation. Fans don't just wonder what brand he'll wear, they wonder what unforgettable moment he'll create next. Will it be another perfectly tailored suit, another effortless airport-inspired look, another simple smile that somehow dominates headlines around the world? Nobody knows. And that's part of the excitement. Every appearance feels like the beginning of another viral story waiting to happen. When KOREA released its ranking, many fans celebrated because they saw something deeper than numbers. Yes, being in the top 5 is impressive. Yes, being the only male idol is extraordinary. But those rankings represent something larger. influence, global recognition, consistency, the ability to capture people's attention in one of the world's most competitive industries. After all, Fashion Week isn't just about clothing anymore. It's about culture, identity, storytelling, presence. Luxury brands aren't simply selling jackets or handbags. They're selling emotion, dreams, a lifestyle. Someone who can naturally embody those ideas becomes incredibly valuable. Jin has become exactly that. Every photograph tells a story. Every entrance creates anticipation. Every appearance leaves people wanting more. Perhaps that's why luxury brands continue placing their trust in him. Because they understand something very important. You can spend millions on advertising. You can organize spectacular runway shows. You can invite countless celebrities. But genuine excitement, the kind that spreads organically across the internet, cannot be manufactured. It has to happen naturally. And Jin has shown, time and time again, that he possesses that rare ability. Without saying much, without trying too hard, without forcing attention, he simply arrives. And suddenly the cameras point in one direction. Social media begins buzzing. Fashion editors start writing. Fans proudly share every photo. Even people outside the fandom pause to admire the moment. That isn't ordinary celebrity influence. That's cultural impact. Today, Jin isn't simply representing Gucci. He isn't simply attending Fashion Week. He's helping define the conversation surrounding it. And now, with KOREA officially recognizing him as one of the 5 hottest moments across the world's 4 major fashion weeks, and the only male idol to achieve that distinction, it feels like another milestone in a journey that continues to surprise everyone. Because every time people think they've seen Jin reach another peak, he quietly climbs even higher. Whether it's music, global charts, luxury fashion, or worldwide influence. He continues proving that true elegance isn't measured by the clothes you wear. It's measured by the unforgettable impression you leave behind. And judging by the reaction of the global fashion world, Jin isn't just leaving an impression anymore. He's becoming one of the faces that define an entire era of Fashion Week.